Hey guys, it's Nadine and I'm back to do another stamp haul. I tell you guys, I have been like ridiculous over stamps lately. So let's see where to start. First, let me, well, I have so many here. So let's go over some from Mama Elephant. Now, I have been wanting this one forever, and you know what I've been doing is I've been putting it in my wish list, and if I don't feel like it's a fad and I feel like I still want it, then I actually purchase it. That's how I've been purchasing my stamps. So these are really cute. They're by Mama Elephant, and they have really cute sentiments on it. Best friends forever, I'm all ears. And they have these cute little bunnies and then some other stuff. And because Easter's coming up, I just thought, hey, you know what, this is the perfect time to go ahead and pick this up. And now the thing about this is it has little pieces here that you can put on your rabbit, on your bunny. So it has like a tie, a bow tie, it has a little crown, a mustache, a little party hat, a little top hat. It also has a little cane and a little I don't know what you call these are like back in the day, or back a long time ago, they used to only have like one glass for their eye. You could do that, or you could put carrots on there or whatever. And then they have these little borders to make like a frame around your sentiment if you would like. So I really thought this was cute, and I'm pretty sure I got this from Simon Says. And I will link for everything and every place that I got the things at, or the stamps at. I will link for that in the description box below. Hope that made sense. So that is one thing. Now the next thing I got is also from Simon Says, and these are really cute. Now if I am not mistaken, these are actually designed by Christina Warner, and I am such a huge fan of hers. So let me show you first this one. Now this is called, what is the name? This is called Slumber Party. And this is a Simon Says stamp exclusive, okay? And so you have the little girl, and she's all dressed up in her pajamas, and it has slumber party, you're invited to girls' night, we deserve a break, and time for a, and that's what the sentiments are. And then they also have things like slippers and the moon for at night with the stars here, and also the heart, and a little eye mask for your girl, and some popcorn, and the nail polish, because Christina Warner also loves nail polish like I do as well. So look at how cute these little bunny slippers are on her. Very adorable. I just like, I love these stamps, and I think the girl is not too humongous, just perfectly sized for, like, you know, regular size cards and stuff. And I like that her legs are really nice looking. They're pretty straight down, and she has cute little feet. Some of the girl stamps out there on the market, they have like really weird legs and weird feet. I don't know what it is about that, but I love this one. I thought it was adorable. So as soon as it came on sale, which was a couple of Fridays ago, I snatched it up. Another one that I snatched up is this one, and this is called Workout. And the reason why I bought this one particularly or specifically is because this little girl right here, she actually looks like me. Her hair is really the way I design my own hair, or I style my own hair. So not that I'm a workout fanatic by any means, but like, yeah, this looks like me. And I will put a still picture of how I use her in, and I've already used her, as a matter of fact. I actually used her in my Midori, and I will show you guys that too. And it has all these different sentiments, and this one has two girls on it. One that is wide-eyed, and she's like working out, and then her, where she's like her zen. And I'm always trying to find my zen and keep my zen and keep myself grounded with meditation and yoga. So that's what reminded me, and that's why I love this stamp right here. So that's another one. So we're gonna put that aside. Now, I also have a couple of Ali Edwards stamps that I got, and let's see. This one is from her gatherings, and this one is AM PM. And this is really awesome because it has a bunch of great sentiments. If you do Project Life, or if you journal and you want to do like a journal prompt or whatever, you could use some of this stuff to get you started on writing, or you can use this as an embellishment or a stamp in your Project Life on your you know, Project Life cards. I just thought it was really awesome. It says, gather how we roll together, so loved gathering with you, and gathered thoughts, and all of this kind of just really anything to do with a gathering of people is what this stamp set talks about or has, you know, the sentiments that it has on it. So I really like that as well. And then this one is AM PM, and it has anything to do with morning routines, evening routines, stuff like that. So as you can see, it has evening and then morning and then routine, AM PM. Sometimes, I don't know if you guys ever thought about this or whatnot, but in my project life, I tend to keep track of my routines. Like, I will put it, and I will show you guys how I use this in one of my cards, and I will put a picture in here, insert a picture, because as my kids grow up and move out, I will probably not have the same routine anymore, and that will probably make me sad. And so I would like to be able to look back, and even them look back later on as they're looking through my project life and say, oh my gosh, this was mom's routine when we were growing up or whatever, or oh, you remember that, I remember this kind of thing. I just think it's nostalgic to be able to write that down and come back and be able to reflect upon that later on. So this is why I really love it. And I'm telling you guys, I have been really loving Ali Edwards stamps. I rave about them all the time, just because I think they're so well thought out, and I do really love the direction of her stamps in her brand new setup, the way she has her blog and all that good stuff, and her website. I love it. I really, really like it a lot. Okay, so I have that. Now, another stamp I got, and I cannot remember if I bought this or if this was given to me, but I just found this, and this is by Elle Studio, and this is their foodie stamp. And I don't know, did I buy this? I'm pretty sure I might have bought it, but who the heck knows? Usually I buy all my, all my stamps, like these stamps that you see right here. These are all ones that I purchased, but I don't recall buying this, so I don't even know what the heck happened here. But anyhow, this is from Elle Studio, and I am a lover of foodie stamps. If you look at my Instagram, a lot of my Instagram has to do with food stuff, because I am a foodie. I love food. I love good food. I love home cooked food. I love, just food in general. I mean, it's a funny little If I'm not mistaken, I actually found this from Judy Bakes 22 on here on YouTube. That's her channel. I watch her religiously, and I oftentimes get enabled by whatever she shows. And so here I am. I have this stamp, and that's why. So it has stuff like So Good, The Best, Dish, Time and Date, Coffee, Dinner, Lunch, Breakfast. This was delicious. So I've been doing a lot of traveling, and this would be perfect for some of the spreads that I'm going to be putting together. So that's another one. Okay, so now my last online purchase before I get to the local scrapbooking store purchase is from Unity Stamps. Now, it's funny because I think I might have purchased Unity Stamps a long time ago, and then I completely forgot about this company. And sometimes I do that. I get so overwhelmed with other companies that I forget the smaller ones, and which is kind of ironic, seeing as I'm always trying to push, for smaller businesses and whatnot. But I was on Instagram, and I was watching, looking at my girlfriend, Steph. She has a channel, or not a channel, but actually she does have a channel. Her Instagram is Kismet, and she had shown these, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get that. And she goes, Nadine, you gotta get it, go get it now because it's on sale. So I was like, heck yeah. So I rushed over that same night. It was the last night of the sale at Unity Stamps, and I purchased these stamps. And you're gonna see repeats, because I actually bought some stamps for my girlfriends as well that are from Hawaii. So I'm gonna be sending these off to them. So the very first one is this girl, and I love this girl. Her name is Olivia Girl, and she is a hula dancer. She's a hula girl from Hawaii, and look at her. It says Aloha on here, and this is what she looks like, and she has really beautiful legs, and she has a haku on, which is the little headband of flowers that we wear in Hawaii. Well, not every day, but when you're dancing in a luau, that's what you would wear. And then a lei, and then there is this hibiscus right here, which is so funny. Let me share with you guys a really funny story. So in Hawaii, you see this hibiscus all over the place. I remember growing up, and it was in my tutu's yard, it was in my grandpa's yard, and you never think twice about it. It's just there. You take it for granted. Okay, so when I came to the States, and I know that sounds kind of weird, but when I moved to the States, you don't see tropical flowers, because you just don't. Depends on where you live. Like California might be able to get away with it, but where I am at, no tropical flowers whatsoever. And recently, not recently, but when I moved here, I learned that the Mexican people, they actually take this hibiscus flower, dry it out, and they actually use it for a tea. And the tea is pretty stinking good. Who would have thought? You know, I took this flower for granted all my entire life. I never thought you could make it into a tea, dry it out and make it into a tea. Anyways, they call it Jamaica. And I love this tea. Like, no joke. If you guys get a chance to get your hands on some Jamaica tea, it's actually a hibiscus flower is what it is. So, yeah. So I bought 3 of these girls, and I'm going to be shipping them to my girlfriends. Now, the next thing I bought are these little pandas, and they're so cute, and I bought them because they remind me of my girlfriend, Joy, who's Oh Hi Joy here on YouTube, and she will be back with her channel shortly. She's been taking a little bit of a hiatus because she's got a lot going on personally, which is awesome news, and you guys will hear about that later. Anyhow, look at how cute this panda is. Isn't it adorable? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 pandas, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different sentiments that you could use. I love you. Hi, let's snuggle. I miss you. Be mine. Make a wish. I am very sorry. Oh my gosh, I have a thing about fat animals. So like this is a fat panda. I just stinking love it. Again, I bought 3 of them. So now, here's the deal with Unity stamps. These are actually rubber cling mounted stamps. So if you are new to stamps and you don't really know what that is, let me take one out so that I can show you what I mean by that. So basically, all you do is you break this away off of the rubber like that. You see that? And then it has adhesive on the back that you would peel off. And then you can just stick this to any acrylic block. Now, I will show you in a future video how I actually store my cling mounted stamps, okay? So yeah, this is what it looks like. Very, very easy. And I love the fact that they are now cutting through. They cut almost all the way through for you, and all you do is just pull it apart, because let me tell you what, having to cut rubber stamps is kind of a pain in the butt, and that's why I've been staying away from rubber stamps. So I'm really happy to see that Unity is cutting through for us. Makes life so much easier. Okay, so those are the 3 panda stamps that I have here. Now, I also bought myself this little panda stamp, and you won't be able to really see it that well. But let me try and grab a block and show you how I'm going to use it. Hold on. All right, so I just have a piece of paper here, and I have my Martha Stewart stamping block, and this one has little padded feet on them, and it's really good if you want to see where you're positioning it, because it has a graph on it, and you push it down so that it makes sure that everything is even. Okay, if you don't have one of these, I would suggest you get them because they're really, really good, especially for those of you who have planners. You might want to check this one out. I think this is like the small one. I don't know if there's a smaller one than this. I know definitely there's a bigger one, and I do have that one as well. But I will link for this below, so if you guys are interested, you can purchase it. And then I have my Memento Tuxedo Black Dewdrop, because I am really lazy to reach all the way down there to grab my bigger stamp pad. All right, so I might as well practice and show you guys what I mean by this cling mount stamp. So this is an individual one that I bought. And let me just say this, that Unity stamps are pretty inexpensive, especially if you find them on sale. So here's the cling mount stamps. This is what it looks like. It has rubber followed by the cling mount. All you're going to do is peel off the backing of the stamp, which then makes this a little bit tacky so that it is able to stick onto your block. So I'm just going to haphazardly put this on here because I'm not, you know, really needing to make sure that it's perfect. Yeah. So then I'm going to just take my stamp and ink up my cute little panda. And this panda, I fell in love with him because he actually has a balloon, a panda balloon, which is adorable. Now I'm doing this a lot of times. I'm going over the areas because this is the very first time I'm using this stamp. So when I have a brand new stamp, I like to kind of like give it a little extra juice, if you know what I'm saying. So here we are, stamped it up. See how cute that is? You can already kind of tell what it looks like. Let's put on my paper, and I'm just going to go ahead and push down with the feet, and then I'm just going to go ahead and kind of, and there you have it. And look at how adorable and clean this stamp set is. I love it. That's a sign of a good quality stamp right there, people. So now another thing about Unity, which I happen to love, and it's a pleasant surprise. I always very I get a little bit extra happy when I get something special. So they send you like a free gift, and I already opened it. But let's see. And you never know what you're going to get. They just kind of give you stuff. And this one says, day made. And then this one says, be strong and believe. Oh, I like that. These are like great quotes. And I am a quote girl, by the way. Now I have 2 more because I ordered 2 separate orders. I bought one for myself, and then I was like, oh my god, my girlfriends need this. I bought their orders I bought their stuff in a separate order. So they sent me 2 different ones. And this heart says, you make me laugh even when I don't want, when I don't want to smile. Aw, cute. And then this one says, oh, I don't know what the heck this says. Let's stamp this thing out. Because I just cannot read the print. It's so small. And it's partially because I have my glasses on, but not the right glasses. So let's see what this one looks like. Okay. So I peeled off the backing again. We're going to ink this baby up and stamp it down just so that I can read the sentiment to you guys. And I know, I really didn't have to do this because, whatever's, but I'm like, hey, what? If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right? Okay, so just going to go ahead and stamp it down. And it says, being yourself is the prettiest thing you can be. Oh my gosh, awesome saying. And look at how nice and crisp the lines are on the stamp. When I buy stamps, I stamp them, I love to see how well the stamp stamps out. And as you can see right here, I mean, pretty much this looks like you printed it through a computer. If I didn't know any better, I would say that that's what it looks like, or that's what it was, kind of thing. But the lines and the image is very crisp, just like the panda. So highly recommend Unity Stamps, Unity Company Stamp Shop. Really like them. If you guys haven't already checked them out, you should. But that's what I bought from there. Now, last but not least, and pardon me for that, I just threw my stamp block over there. I went to Michael's and I bought this recollection set. Let me think. It wasn't on sale. Well, the sale was buy one get one half off, and they didn't have another one to buy, so I couldn't buy another one. And I didn't see anything else that I liked, so I was like, I used the 60% off Joann's coupon. If you guys don't know that, you can use Joann's coupons at Michael's or any other competitors' coupons at Michael's and Joann's, but not at Hobby Lobby. So I bought this and I thought this was adorable. The very first time I ever saw this stamp set, I think it was through Hobby Lane. I think she actually has a stamp set and uses it in her Midori, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's what I remember, which is surprising seeing as I often suffer from CRS. But anyhow, I digress. So look at this. This is a bowler hat. It has a mustache. It has one of those, like funny mustaches. It has a thick mustache. It has glasses, and it has a bow tie and some other mustaches, and another bow tie here, and then a tie, and that one glass thing, which I can never remember the name of, and then a top hat. I just thought this is stinking adorable. You can dress up whatever, or just use it by itself. I love it. And I have other stamps that I do believe that some of these would fit nicely on them to make little caricatures. So, little things that make me laugh. I like that. The next thing is I bought this acrylic block set, and I used another coupon for this, although I think it was just the 40% off. I went to Michael's twice in 1 week, which is not a good idea. However, I was good. These are the only 2 things I bought. Now, a lot of people are always asking me, okay, where do I buy my stamp blocks from? And oftentimes, I have a bunch that I purchased from Stampin' Up! When I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, which I am no longer because I already have a lot of their stuff and I haven't seen anything that I really love, and it's kind of a pain to make that quarterly quota. So I was like, I don't really need anything else from there, so I don't sell that anymore. Or I never really sold it, but I'm not a, what do you call it? I'm no longer signed up with Stampin' Up! But another place, and I also have these too, another place you can buy these great acrylic blocks is at Michael's, and this is their Recollection brand, and I'll tell you why I love these, is because now you see the edges of this stamp block. It is actually, it looks like it's decorative, but there's a reason for that. It's not just decorative, it's actually a great finger hold. And the stamps in and of itself are nicely weighted, because that really matters to me. Let me show you. For instance, you see that? It's about a 1/2 inch thick, which makes it very nice, and it feels really good in your hands. To me, things have to feel good for me to use them. And another big reason why I bought it is for this particular stamp block right here, acrylic block right here, is because it's very small, and I happen to have a lot of planner stamps because I am a planner addict. And this would go perfectly. I can use this perfectly with the one-word things like to do and, you know, list and all of that kind of stuff. This, and you see how the finger grip, you put your finger in it and you just stamp down. It's really, really perfect. Now, I had seen someone on IG talk about this. If you guys have planners and you have a coil bound planner, and you know, if you're putting your stamp on here and you're trying to stamp it down, but this actually hits the coil. I had seen a girl, and I can't remember who it was, but if I remember, I will link for that in the description box below. I will give you her name or whatever, because it's genius, and this is not my idea, just so you know. I always give credit where credit is due, by the way, and you guys should do the same. She actually put like individual stamps right here, and then she used this and she turned it like this and just used that so that it no longer hits the coils of your planners. So I thought that was thinking genius. I mean, I'm like, yes, girl, do your thing. So yeah, this. Now, the beauty of this is for this little set, there's all different sizes. So if you are a card maker and whatnot, I mean, these are not only good for planning, but it's also great for card making and all of that kind of good stuff. So this one right here, particularly, I think would be excellent for the Julie Nutting 2-inch stamps, because it looks to me, just by eyeballing it, like, you know, the little girl, the smaller size girl would fit nicely on here. Now, the beauty of this too is it has grid lines on it, so you can actually make sure that your stamp is straight and centered. Oftentimes, you know, if you don't have the grid, you kind of off a little bit and it's not centered. It can be a little bit annoying and a little bit frustrating. So that will alleviate your pains. If you guys are interested, this is from Michaels. I'm pretty sure that they have something very similar, made by another company at Joann's and possibly Hobby Lobby. So whatever you have around you, take a look, because I like these stamps. Now, that is my haul for my stamps, and I will be back to talk story with you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not a subby, make sure you sub, and make sure you go ahead and like this video so that YouTube knows that you actually like my videos. I will talk to you guys later. TTFN, tough for now.